Arizona has proven to be a battleground between Trump-endorsed Republicans and Democrats who are framing the elections as a fight for democracy. ABC's Zohreen Shah joins me live from Phoenix with more on that. Zohreen, let's start with the race for governor. Republican Kari Lake, a 2020 election denier, is taking on Democrat Katie Hobbs, who was in charge of overseeing that very election as Secretary of State. So what's the latest in that race, and what are you hearing from voters on this?
Yeah, Diane, this has been such an interesting race to watch. I was just at Hobbs' campaign event yesterday, and I spoke to a volunteer there, and one of the first things that she told me is that she is scared about today. Meanwhile, later on that night, I went to a Kari Lake event. The first thing that people there told me is that they think it's going to be a landslide victory for Kari Lake today. Two totally different responses, very, very different enthusiasm levels, although both of those candidates are neck and neck. They're polling incredibly close, so it's going to be an interesting one to watch. But one thing that they have in common, that those voters here have in common for both of them, is that they're really nervous about the election for totally different reasons. You have Republican candidates who have been sowing doubt about the election, and you have Democrats who are really concerned that a lot of these falsehoods are undermining these very elections. You know, I'm standing right in front of the recorder's office right here, and I can tell you it looks dramatically different than when I was standing right here 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you had protesters inside who were able to access the area. It's just totally barricaded now.
Meanwhile, Democratic Senator Mark Kelly is running for his first full term since being elected to the late Republican Senator John McCain's seat. Now, Republican Blake Masters is trying to flip that seat red again. So how are they spending Election Day, and what's their final message to Arizona voters?
You have Mark Kelly, who is in Tucson. That's where he's from. He's going to be canvassing there today. He's going to be meeting voters. And you have Masters, who's going to be appearing with the rest of the slate of Republicans later on tonight in an event called Cowboys and Conservatives. What's really starkly different about these two is that you have Masters, who's been campaigning with all these other Republicans. You have Kelly, who's been kind of putting out an arm towards some of these Democrats. He hasn't been campaigning with Biden, although he has campaigned with FLOTUS and Obama. He's really been trying to distance himself from the current president.
All right, ABC's Zohreen Shah in Phoenix for us. Thanks, Zohreen.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.